He caught her stealing. Not just stealing, red-handed. In his house. At night. Nia didn't even realize she had stopped breathing. Her fingers were still wrapped around the money. Crisp bills. Too many to count. Too much for someone like her to even touch. She wasn't supposed to be here. She knew that. Everyone who worked in the house knew one rule: stay out of his office. No questions. No mistakes. No second chances. But the door had been open. Just a little. Just enough for curiosity to slip in and turn into something dangerous. She told herself she would just look. That was all. Just one step inside. Just one glance. But then she saw the money. Stacks of it. Sitting there like it meant nothing. Like it didn't belong to the real world. And something inside her broke. Because rent was late. Again. Her mom had called that morning. Again. And she had lied. Again. I'm okay, Ma. I got it handled. She didn't have it handled. Not even close. So her hand moved. Before her mind could stop it, she grabbed the money. Just a little, just enough. Just this once. And then, take it. Her whole body froze. That voice. Low. Calm. Too calm. Slowly. Very slowly. She turned around. And there he was. Standing in the doorway, like he had been there the whole time. Adrian Cole. She had seen him before. From a distance. In passing. Never like this. Never this close. He didn't look angry. That was the first thing that felt wrong. He looked patient. Like he had been waiting for this moment. Go ahead, he said again. Take it. Nia's heart slammed against her chest. Or what? She whispered. You call the police? She expected him to move. To yell. To take the money back. But instead he stepped closer. No, he said quietly. I don't call the police. A pause. Then, I hire thieves. Because in that moment, Nia realized something worse than getting caught. She had just been chosen. Silence filled the room. Heavy, thick, like the air itself was watching them. Nia didn't move, didn't breathe, didn't even blink. Why? She asked, her voice barely holding together. Adrian tilted his head slightly, studying her. Because desperate people, he said slowly, don't lie about who they are. That hit her harder than she expected. I'm not desperate, she said quickly. Too quickly. He smiled. Not warm. Not kind. Certain. You walked into a room you were told never to enter, he said. You saw money that doesn't belong to you. And you took it. A step closer. That's not curiosity. Another step. That's need. Her throat tightened. Give it back, she said, holding the money out. I'll leave. I won't say anything. He didn't take it. Instead, he walked past her, closed the office door. Click. That sound echoed in her chest. Now it wasn't a mistake anymore. Now it was something else. What do you need it for? He asked. She hesitated. Then she told the truth. Rent? A pause. And? Her voice softened. My mum. For a second, just 1 second, something shifted in his eyes. But it didn't stay long enough to mean anything. Good, he said. That word didn't feel right. Then you'll understand the offer. Nia frowned. What offer? He turned to face her fully now. Calm. Still. In control. I don't punish desperation, he said. I use it. And suddenly Nia understood. This man wasn't trying to save her. He was trying to own her. I'm not doing anything illegal, Nia said quickly. Her voice shook, but she stood her ground. Adrian didn't react, didn't argue, didn't raise his voice. He just looked at her, like she hadn't understood yet. You already did, he said. That silence after was louder than anything he could have shouted. Her fingers slowly loosened. The money slipped from her hand. fell back onto the desk. I made a mistake, she said. No, he replied calmly. You made a decision. Those words stayed in the air. Heavy? Uncomfortable? True. He walked to his desk, opened a drawer, pulled out a file. Thick, heavy, and slid it across to her. Read. Nia didn't move at first. Something about that file felt wrong, but something else felt worse. Curiosity. She stepped forward, slowly, opened it, and instantly her stomach dropped. Photos. Dozens of them. People walking, talking, living. But they didn't know they were being watched. Some were blurry, some were clear. All of them felt private. What is this? She whispered. Information, Adrian said. No, she shook her head. This is stalking. He didn't correct her. That scared her more. Why are you showing me this? She asked. He leaned forward slightly. Because, he said, you're going to help me. Her heart started racing again. No. Yes. No. The word came out fast, sharp, like it was the only thing she had left. Adrian didn't move, didn't blink, didn't even look surprised. Yes. He said it like a fact, like her answer didn't matter. Nia shook her head, stepping back. I'm not doing this. I don't even know what this is. You will? No. Yes. The silence between them stretched. Heavy. Uncomfortable. Nia's heart was racing again, but now it wasn't just fear. It was anger. You don't get to decide that, she said. Adrian tilted his head slightly, studying her. You think you still have control? He said quietly. I do. He nodded once, calm. Then he stepped closer. You walked into my office. Her breath caught. You took money. Another step. You opened something that does not belong to you. Now he was close enough that she could feel the pressure of him. So no, he said softly. You don't walk away from this. I'll quit, she said quickly. I won't come back. I won't say anything. Adrian looked at her for a long second. Do you really believe silence protects you? She didn't answer, because deep down, she didn't. What do you want from me? She asked. This time he answered immediately. I want you to listen. He turned the file back toward her, tapped the image again. This woman, he said, is the reason you're still standing here. Nia frowned. That doesn't make any sense. It will. Her eyes dropped to the photo again. The woman in white. Perfect. Untouchable. Who is she? Nia asked. Vanessa Vale. I don't know her. You will. Nia looked up sharply. I said I'm not doing this. You don't have to follow her. A pause. Then, you just have to make sure she trusts you. Because that changed everything. This wasn't about watching someone. This was about getting close. And getting close was dangerous. No. This time her voice dropped lower, stronger. I'm not pretending to be somebody for you. Adrian didn't react. He reached into his jacket, pulled something out, and placed it on the table. A photograph. Old. Worn. Nia frowned, stepped closer, then she saw it, and everything inside her stopped. Her mother, younger, smiling, alive in a way Nia had never seen before. Standing beside her was Vanessa. Nia's breath caught. Where did you get this? She whispered. Adrian didn't look away. I told you, he said. I look into people. Nia picked up the photo slowly. This isn't possible. But something inside her knew. Was. Because her mother never talked about the past. Not before Nia. Not before the struggle. Not before everything changed. What do you want from me? Nia asked again. This time, her voice was different, careful, focused. Adrian stepped closer. I want the truth. Then go ask her, Nia said, holding up the photo. I did. And? His expression darkened slightly. She lied. Silence filled the room. Nia looked down again, at the two women smiling, like nothing had ever gone wrong, but something had. She could feel it. Because now, this wasn't about a job anymore. This was about her family. Nia flipped the photo over. Faded ink, almost gone. Summer House, 2004. Her heart skipped. She had heard those words before. Not clearly, not fully, but once. Years ago. Her mother had been asleep, crying, talking in her sleep. No, not Summer House. Please. Nia had been 14, standing outside her door, listening, frozen. The next morning she asked about it. Her mother smiled. Too quickly. Just a bad dream, baby. And that was it. Until now. Nia looked up slowly. What is Summer House? Adrian didn't answer right away. He walked to the window, looked out over the city, then said quietly, a place where powerful people went to hide what they were doing. Nia felt cold. And my mother was there? Yes. And Vanessa? Yes. Nia took a step back. Her mind couldn't keep up. My mum worked 2 jobs her whole life, she said. She barely talks about anything before me. Adrian turned to face her. That's not an accident. What does that mean? It means, he said calmly, people who survive certain things learn how to forget. Silence. Heavy. What happened there? Nia asked. Adrian looked at her, long, cold, then said, girls disappeared. And just like that, everything shifted. Disappeared? Nia whispered. They were taken, Adrian said. Some came back. A pause. Most didn't. Nia shook her head. No. This doesn't make sense. It doesn't have to, he replied. It just has to be true. She looked at her mother's face again, smiling. Young. Unaware. Or maybe she did know. Maybe that smile wasn't happiness. Maybe it was survival. You said I was on a list, Nia said slowly. Adrian pulled out a paper. Names, dates, ages. Some crossed out, some circled. At the bottom, Nia Johnson. Her breath caught.